4 hours of entertainment. Guess how much it cost?
I don't know how much could it cost if it could sing for $75. I don't even know.
$20.
Holy cow, really?
$20.
I mean, I'm really serious. That's ridiculous.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Letterside Lounge. My name is Summer Joy, and I'm currently a college journalism student, and I'm here with my dad.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
So, we have a very special edition of the Letterside Lounge today. We're going to be covering just AEW today.
I've been looking forward to this.
Me too. They've been doing some really great stuff. I'm really excited to talk about it. And I think to kick off the show today, we should talk about last week's Dynamite. Because tomorrow is Dynamite 300.
Yeah.
So.
And even before that, real quick. Hangman opening up.
Yeah.
Right?
Grand Slam Mexico.
Yeah. How great was that?
It was really cool.
You were in school.
Yeah, I
You've
was.
been very busy. But I showed you that today. You've been really busy. And that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yes,
Man,
it was.
watching that show, I really appreciated that. I'm a wrestling fan. I enjoy it. It takes me away from things. That's why we all watch it, right, guys? We watch it to get a break from reality. And AEW's really been doing it. The TV shows, we haven't been able to go to a live show. They cut out Hartford and they spent some time up in Boston, I think, and we missed out on some of that stuff, but I'm looking forward to them coming back around.
Me too.
The TV shows, though, they're doing.
Yeah, they're really, really good.
Yeah, they are. They're entertaining.
Yeah, they're dynamic too.
Yeah.
There's a good mix of backstage segments compared to in-ring stuff.
The Dynamite is, anyway.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the Dynamite.
Yeah, the Dynamite shows.
We don't always
are
get
really
to
good.
see Collision, but we're able to take time typically to watch Dynamite, and that's consistently. So they hit some rough spots with the. We'll flash this picture. Maybe we better not. I can't even, because I don't want to talk about that other side, but someone caused a commotion over there and took some wind out of their sails, and their wind's coming back now.
It is, and I'm really enjoying watching it come back.
And we've been talking about last show, we said Saturday night main events on that night, too. What do you think? And right now, it's looking like
AEW All In is looking pretty good right now, guys.
Yeah. We have like the big screens.
Yeah.
Then we have like we can set something up if we want, but that's sometimes distracting, you know? So we decide to watch the other show on tape.
Yeah.
And this is looking like we're leaning towards what we're talking about today, right?
Yes.
Why don't you open us up with what you got?
So, kicking off today's episode with last week's Dynamite, because they had a really good show leading up into Collision on Saturday, or Collision on Thursday, and then Dynamite 300 tomorrow. So, along with Dynamite 300, it's also Collision 100, which is crazy to think that it's the 100th episode. But anyway, I remember watching the first one. But so last week's Dynamite started off really strong, I think, with Toni Storm being jumped by Mercedes Moné in the back. They're leading up into a match at All In, which I really like the build-up.
Me too.
And that was in, like, the first, like, minute, I want to say. At least the first 2 minutes of being on air.
Yeah, that's
the way to do it.
I appreciate it. It was just, I watched Dynamite last week when Summer was in school. Then I rewatched a lot of it with you today because I said last week was a great show.
Yeah.
You should see some of it. We actually watched all of it.
Yeah.
And it opened up great. It was a great show, and this is what we want going into a big PLE, right?
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah.
All right. So pick her back up in 3, 2.
So the founding fathers, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, came out and said that they had pulled some strings to bump up Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland's match because it was supposed to be in the second hour. And it was very the way that it was done was just great.
Yeah,
like
it was
peak
great.
theater, honestly. To have Will Ospreay's theme song playing for a little bit and then have him run out past when he normally would, still getting his gear on, taping up his hands as he's running out, having to lace up his boots once he's already in the ring. And then
The basic, like, that's why we put it on.
Yeah.
Like, to see that kind of stuff, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
you realize what they're doing, but to see it play out really well.
To see all the dimensions and the layers,
Yeah.
and man,
So
it's really great.
We're watching it for the theater aspect and the story aspect and the athletics.
Yeah.
Kids are watching it purely for,
Yeah.
they're watching the wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
And with my simple mind, I can watch it in a kid's viewpoint too. And I'm telling you what, I think they're doing a great job, man.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
my kid brain lights up when I watch. When I've been watching AEW lately, I've been a little, I've been dragging myself through a couple other things. Because that's your job. You're a journalist and you want to cover this topic. But when I put on AEW lately, I can feel like this is going to be a good show.
Yeah. I
For
always look
Dynamites,
forward to Dynamite.
We haven't been able to focus a lot on Collision yet. We're going to do that, though, in the future. We're going to try and set some time aside for that. But we've been watching Dynamite, right? And
Yeah.
big fans of that show.
Yeah. And their tag team match, Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus Blake Christian and Lee Johnson.
Yeah, man.
It was really, really good.
It was really good.
And Blake Christian, props to him.
Yeah. Yeah, you should talk more. Really, like, try and get an opportunity to get a microphone back there. And because you're an amazing wrestler, man. And with that kind of, like, seriously, so what's going to be able to this is obvious, of course, right? I'm sure a million people have told you, but here's some fans telling you. Here's fans that we just watched the TV show. And, I mean, you opened it up cool by mocking them and all, but if they'll give you an opportunity with that microphone, seize it, start really work on it now, work on it in the mirror and stuff. So when that opportunity comes up, you're ready for it. You're ready. You walk right into it. What's next, Ben?
Well, that match ended with Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland taking the victory and demanding a tag team match against Matthew and Nicholas Jackson at All In for the EVP titles.
Yeah. Swerve, dude, that dude he's no joke, man.
Yeah.
He hit that Booker T and hit stuff went on a little while ago, and that's why I say, like, like, Swerve's no joke. His physique's come, he's put on, you can see, like, he's carrying quite a bit more muscle than when I first seen him a few years ago, and he's impressive with the way he moves with that, too.
Mm-hmm.
And that little dance that he does. First, when he enters a ring, you could see, like, this dude's no joke the way he just gets in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then that little dance that he does, man, I could just picture him on a log in the forest, like, doing that little dance coming across. That's what I think when I see it. Pretty magic. That's magic when you got that athletic ability and you can move your body that way. It looks like magic. It looks like you're magical. Then it is. And when you're doing that theater in that setting, you're bringing that magic. What's next, Bill?
So, next up, I do want to mention the Jon Moxley backstage promo because there was one line in particular that I just found really entertaining. And it was calling out Hangman Adam Page for his crybaby emo crap.
Yeah. Well, that was the best promo I've seen Moxley do in as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. He kept his, like, seriousness the whole way through that one. Sold that promo like he meant it. He probably did mean a fair amount of it, which helped. And that was solid, man. That's the kind of stuff that we're watching wrestling for that promo, right?
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page at All In.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one, I think.
Yeah. But I like Hangman, too. I love his character. I love that Mel Gibson crazy, that Lethal Weapon look. The dude's he's built rugged. Really, like, he's an amazing athlete, too, the lariat and everything. Like, it's going to be a cool match.
Yeah, I think so, too. So, next up, AR Fox and Ricochet got into a little tag team match.
Yeah, I like the way AR Fox stared the camera down at the end of it. Just to let us know, like, to send that home, that just to sell that whole thing. That was good stuff.
Yeah, it's the little things, guys.
Yeah, man.
And
yeah, it is. And it's
really
much
made it.
appreciated.
Yeah.
The little things are appreciated.
Yeah, they don't go unnoticed.
Yep.
I love the little things.
Yep.
When I can look at it and I can, like, see the little details that are making the stories.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff.
The little things, that reminds me of Mark Briscoe's promo. Remember that?
Yeah, that's actually next.
It is?
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Here's what.
Do you remember when MJF had
That's
his
what
own
I
pickles?
think. That's what I think of that promo, man. That made me laugh out loud. And I cranked that thing in the stereo. Mom was working from home. I hope she wasn't on a business call, because Mark Briscoe, you were heard all around our neck of the woods up here.
Oh my gosh.
I appreciate that.
So after
It was
really funny.
Plus the Hurt business. And first of all, here's another thing I want to say
Yeah.
about the tag team belts in AEW. Mm-hmm. They're being taken seriously.
Yeah, that Hurt Syndicate is no joke.
Yeah, and come on, they're putting some respect on those belts. Mm-hmm. It's not a joke. I appreciate it being not a joke. The whole MJF and Hurt business thing is working. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. Hey man, that's why we're watching TV. I don't feel like we're wasting time.
No.
When we watched that Dynamite, that wasn't a waste of time.
No, not at all.
When I watched it with you again to see your reactions, it wasn't a waste of time. And that's what we're looking for. So that's why I say appreciate it, because if I'm standing here helping you and I gotta watch some of this stuff, I appreciate when it's good. What's next?
Well, last up, the last note that I had for Dynamite was Hangman Adam Page. If you want to we already kind of talked about him, but I really enjoy, he won me over, I will say.
Yeah, he's one of the characters, dude. This whole Swerve thing that's been going on, that went on for a while with the house, and
Hangman's walkout, having the house burning in the background, and the fire coming up. It's so funny. I love it.
Yeah,
I really love it.
That's what pro wrestling. That's the pro wrestling stuff that, it's not watered down. Like, and just like you can tell. And I'm telling you what, guys, if you haven't been watching AEW, you got to watch it again on TV. You got to give it a couple of weeks worth of shit tries, because if you're sitting in front of some other shows and you've been turned off by AEW because they did go through some dry spells, I think you ought to really give them another shot. And, I wouldn't freaking say that if I didn't mean it. I think I've had to, struggle through some other stuff. But I don't want to say it like that, because this is the Later Side Lounge. and I just appreciate good wrestling wherever it comes from. Mm-hmm. And it's coming lately from... I appreciate the wrestling coming from AEW, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I don't want to hijack this whole show.
No. Well, along with the great wrestling, AEW is doing some great events. So I just want to take a minute. I did a little research into AEW All In Karaoke.
Oh.
And I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Because I hope they bring AEW Karaoke around here. Please. Because
what are you gonna say?
It is, I don't know, but... it's the best deal going, in my opinion. You gotta hear those tickets, guys. Best friends.
How about that one? Remember that? That was great.
Yeah,
what the hell happened to them guys? Not best friends anymore.
No.
All right. Guess we all go through that shit sometimes. Yeah. What's up?
Well, AEW All In Karaoke is taking place on Thursday, July 10th, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And it's at the Champions Ballroom at the Sheraton Arlington Hotel.
Oh, that's great.
Which is really cool.
So what's that? The night before, or is that?
It's two days before.
Well, that's
3
great.
days? It's on Thursday, July 10th, and then All In is on Saturday, July 12th.
They're making it fun.
They are. They're making a weekend out of it. Like, it's like...
So, you know what? It's no secret. If you see our other videos, we're really close to the Meadowlands.
Mm-hmm. Bring All In to the Meadowlands.
Yeah, well, can you guys? Because
please,
we can't afford to go to SummerSlam, and we're not broke, but we're middle class, man. And I got a kid in college, and come on, man. Really? Did you see them ticket prices, guys?
Whoa.
All I'm gonna say is, I doubt AEW's prices are gonna be like that.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, good.
We're gonna talk about AEW All In ticket prices.
Good.
I've got that on tap after we finish with karaoke though, because the tickets for karaoke, you gotta listen to these guys. A premium ticket to AEW All In karaoke.
What's that include?
It's I quoted it from the ticket, like where you could purchase the tickets. It says, "Get the opportunity to sing a song with an AEW star. Extremely limited quantity. Extremely limited quantity."
That'd be if I was singing. It'd be limited quality.
Guess how much?
I know, right?
Well, $75.
Yeah, that ridiculous.
Guys, are you
$75?
serious? Are you serious?
If you've seen some of them other prices,
some of the meet and greets where you're in the same room.
Whoa,
this is wild.
You look up and you're like, yeah, I can see them.
This is wild.
And spent, which we haven't done.
No.
No, we're huge fans.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone to a lot of AEW shows where we paid for hotel price without problem. We did it because we made a fun trip out of it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not against spending money.
No, we're not.
We've spent a lot of money going to wrestling in the past few years. And we've been priced out of going to some.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to AEW coming back to the northern New Jersey area. You know, that like right near the Meadowlands area. Man, you guys could have rocked that place. Show them how it's done. Really. Do a bit like what you guys are doing in Texas. It's going to be hot as hell down there, man. Not that Jersey's a lot better, but it could be done a little earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit earlier. You know, like end of May.
Yeah, it's nice up here in May.
It is. And if it was marketed right and promoted right, this area is wrestling. Besides, I'm not taking nothing away from Atlanta and all of that, and all, you know, down that way. But they'd sell the tickets, I think. I don't want to keep on rambling, but I hope you come back up here. We miss going, man. I want to get some. When we had floor seats, I got freaking sick. We couldn't go.
I was actually so
Dude,
upset.
I had that all planned out. I bought 5 bucket hats, purple bucket hats, when Jericho was doing the whole thing, and then the pizza guy, and then that purple hat. That was so great.
Yeah, it was.
And we had floor seats.
Mm-hmm.
Ahead of time, I bought them from Amazon that you really weren't seeing them in the stands yet. It was new. And I thought, man, we're going to be on the floor, all 4 or 5 of us.
5, yeah.
And with purple bucket hats on, this was going to be a blast. And it fell through, man. But
yeah.
I want another shot at being on the floor close for an AEW show, because it's rocking, and I miss that kind of wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Come back.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got?
Well, hold on 1 second. There's one more ticket option for karaoke. That I didn't know existed until I did a little more research. You can get a general admission ticket to the karaoke, which gets you, quote, where you, quote, gain entry to the event, cheer on the singers, and watch the magical moments unfold, per their website. Do you know how much this one is?
Wait a minute, say this again. Because I was still imagining going to the Meadowlands for a big show. I'm sorry, it really was. And I was thinking, wait, I shouldn't have said Texas is really hot. But that's kind of like a no-brainer. I don't want to talk bad about the show, because if it was up here and it was this time of year, we'd probably be going. But I'm a little bugged that we're not going to that show, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to drag us down there.
This won't drag you down. Oh, my gosh.
Got to recharge here. Okay. All right, I feel better.
Okay. So,
we're talking about
karaoke.
Yeah.
So a general admission ticket to karaoke, where you, quote, gain entry to the event, cheer on the singers, and watch the magical moments unfold. Guess how much it costs?
To be like a spectator?
Yeah.
And it's in a place where you can get food and drink and stuff like that?
Sounds like it. It's at the Champions Ballroom at the Sheraton Arlington Hotel.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be a hotel bar and whatever's going to be going on.
For 4 hours. No. Yeah, 4 hours.
Wow.
4 hours of entertainment. Guess how much it cost?
I don't know how much could it cost if you could sing for $75. I don't even know.
$20.
Holy cow, really?
$20.
I mean, I'm really serious. That's ridiculous.
That is such a deal.
You can't do
like anything in the wrestling world for just $20.
Well,
besides that.
What I was going to say is like indie prices.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Which makes it feel like it's inviting.
Yeah.
Like it's... Right?
Yeah.
Like you're not getting clobbered over the head.
Yeah, exactly. That's like you're paying... You're getting a lot of time. Yeah, you're getting more for your money than like any... Yes.
We've always said that when we... Now, we haven't been to a show. You blew your knee out. A lot of stuff's happened. We missed some shows. We haven't been to an AEW show in a little while. But every time we went, with Tony coming out and thanking everybody.
Yeah, multiple times a night.
We always said, like, how much I miss going.
Me too.
I really do. I can't wait till they come back around here.
Me neither.
All right, so what are we rolling into prices?
Oh, yeah, hang on. Karaoke sold out.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Me neither. I was trying to figure out when it sold out, and I couldn't. But the tickets went on sale on June 12th. It's now July 1st, and they've been sold out, apparently, for a little bit.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making it fun.
They are.
Fun and affordable.
Yeah, really.
Because I'm a dad. I got 3 kids, and they're older now, but we still do fun things together. And I can't spend $1,500 to go sit up in a cloud somewhere, guys. You know what I mean? Like, so to hear this kind of stuff going on, I want you guys back in my neighborhood so we can have some affordable family fun that involves wrestling. That's about it.
Well, speaking of affordable family fun that involves wrestling, AEW All In ticket prices. I did a little research on Ticketmaster, and the range of prices that I'm about to give you is without looking at the verified resale tickets, because that's not fair, because people jack those prices up. And I have a SummerSlam number that is from the same row. You'll see. So tickets for AEW All In range from $38.60 to $1,247.35, but that comes with a VIP package and row 8 floor seats.
Now, we looked at row 9.
Well, I have, for SummerSlam, row 8, the same row, on the floor for one night without VIP anything is $2,428.45. So it's like double the price. And AEW pay-per-views, they go all out for their pay-per-views. And it's hours and hours of entertainment.
They gotta go all in on this one.
Yeah, really. They are just, man, they're fun to watch.
$38.
I know. When for SummerSlam, it was like $300.
The obstructed view
was like $125.
And if we priced it out, hey, maybe, well, I forgot we were talking about obstructed view, and it turned out the tickets were still going to be $1,100 for 8 of us to go.
Yeah, and keep in mind,
which if we weren't going to stare at the, you can't bring anybody. There's our guard dogs. Like, we couldn't bring anybody. I couldn't Imagine spending $1,100 to bring people there and you can't see anything.
No.
Listen, you see how close we are to the Meadowlands, guys? We're not joking.
And AEW All In is at a baseball stadium. So the nosebleeds that are $38.60 are closer than the SummerSlam tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So, same line with AEW. I have the current card for All In.
Okay, good.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, there's going to be a 21-woman casino gauntlet match with Chris Statlander.
It's always got to be a few melees.
Oh, yeah. AEW loves their melees, and I love watching them, too.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch.
Have you noticed there's another company doing more of that? Go ahead.
So that match will for sure have Chris Statlander.
Everyone's always done it, but I've noticed there's been a big... Tony, you're out booking somebody. I wanted to mention that. I have a couple notes here, too.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Yeah.
There's another guy who's been in the business his whole life, basically. Right?
Yes.
Right-hand man to Wizard. And then you got Tony.
Who's been here for a fraction of the time.
And he's a fan, like a super fan, right? Like, we're just fans. That dude is like an encyclopedia, right? He really, he's like a super fan. But that's what he is, and he's out booking WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says. That's a fan's perspective, dude. I got to sit here and watch this stuff to help my daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to tell you if it's good or not, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really burying the other show like I could. I appreciate what they're putting into this. Thank you, Tony. Good.
So, along with the 21-woman gauntlet match, there's going to be a 21-man casino gauntlet match. And that for sure has Mark Briscoe in it. Because he qualified on Dynamite. And then there is Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada in a AEW International Championship and AEW Continental Championship winner-takes-all unification match.
Cool.
That's going to be fireworks, I think.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, that's going to be a good one. And then, I'm looking forward to this one. Timeless Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Yeah, that's been quite the build-up.
Yeah, they're doing an insane job with build-up, I think.
They both play such a good part when they turn it up that it's making it like, that's what sells it. They're selling it. So it's been great.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then, the last match that's like set, as of right now at least, is Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship. Again, the build-up for that has been really good.
Yeah, you think he's dropping that belt now?
Ooh. I kind of hope so. Nothing against Jon Moxley, but I think a change-up would be nice. I think they could do a lot creatively if Hangman wins.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let me skim through my notes here quick, guys. Alrighty. Trent Beretta's back. It was good to see him back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his mom will be involved in all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Right? That always adds.
Yes, with the
I
band.
like that kind of stuff.
Bring
man.
it back.
I like that stuff. I like watching wrestling to go, wow. When someone does something, wow. I like watching it to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching it to relate. So I appreciate it. We talked about the Moxley promo.
Mm-hmm.
That the tag belts are being treated seriously. Oh yeah, the Mark Briscoe MJF pickle promo. The pickle promo, we talked about that.
Gosh.
Let's see. Can't read my own writing. Swerve. He's got sneakers out. I priced them. I'm too old for them. But just for fun, I just wanted to see how much they were. They're pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, we'll probably put a little clip right here. Oh, Darby Allin.
Oh.
I heard he sent a video to Sting from Everest. And I don't know, I got a feeling that something's going on there. Because we still haven't seen him back.
Yeah.
All In's coming.
I hope so.
It'd be cool to see those two involved in something again.
Yeah, it would.
That's all I got, pal.
That's all I've got.
Hey.
Well, that's all we have for you today on today's AEW special edition. I hope you enjoyed watching. And let us know in the comments down below what you think. Well, actually, would you partake in AEW All In Karaoke? And what song? What's your go-to karaoke song? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't have a go-to karaoke song. I'm going to need it for the next video. We'll drop ours.
Yeah, we're going to need it when they come around here and they do their karaoke.
That just seems like so much fun. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you very much for watching.
What have I become? Boom, boom. What have I betrayed? Every time I've ever loved it.
Oh.
Man, you always trick me with that. Wait, I'm going to try it for Tony's karaoke. Ready?
Yeah.
How's it go? Boom, 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 boom. How's the dance go?
Oh. Do you want to say, wait, do you want to hold it down here? And then we say, okay. Today we're talking about, and then we hold it up.
Yeah.
You ready?
That'd be good and cheesy.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, today we're talking about...
Hey, guess what? It's going to be an optimistic show today.